Hey guys, so it seemed like people were having a little trouble, some people, with OnShape, so I wanted to try to make a quick video maybe for this part. This new lesson we're trying called Sweep. Okay, so we're gonna make a little paperclip. All right, anyway, and we could look at the lesson goals, sketching a path, okay, and I don't think it's that helpful to look at that though. Okay, anyway, we're gonna go and do a sketch on the top plane, okay? So I'm gonna go in, all right, I'm gonna change my little view here to top, and then I'm gonna click on sketch, and I'm gonna click on top. Okay, so now I'm sketching in the right spot. All right, let's keep going through it. All right, I did wanna check that I have millimeters selected. So if you haven't really done this, it's these three lines up here. I go to workspace units, like four down, and just make sure it says millimeters. Okay. All right, go back. I can double click to get back in my sketch. I can close that for now, maybe. Okay, so create the path, sketch the lines and arcs. Okay, 3-point arcs or tangent arcs. So I've got 4 straight lines. And there are a couple things. I start on the origin, that's that here, right? And I'm gonna end on the origin. So that's 2 things to just keep an eye on maybe. Yeah, that's about it. So maybe I'll go half screen because I'm just not good at remembering a pattern like that or whatever it is. And we'll go half screen here. All right, so I'm gonna start with lines. Okay, so I'm gonna hit that or the L to get a line started. Okay, just go across horizontally. Okay, that's my first line. Now I'm going to switch to the arc tool. So I use the ESC button to get out of one tool and get another. So I'm going to try the 3-point arc, I guess. Okay, and I can click here and drag down. All right, and this one's the bigger one. So I'm going to try it like that. It goes that way. Okay. All right, now I'm going to switch to the line tool. So you see the tool, I think the tool changed a little there. Okay, and I go past where the origin was here, right? Past that. All right, I'm going to stop. Now I'm going to try to figure out what the actual shortcut is. Oh, okay, so next time I'm going to just click A instead of doing that. Okay, now I'm going to go up, and it's not all the way up to where I started. It's not up there. Here we go. And then I'll go over like that. Oh, this feeling a little cocky here. This looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to hit L, although it curved over a little too far. But I think I can fix that later. Okay, so I'm back to the line tool. Okay, I'm going to drag over, go past the origin again, and I don't know, something like that. Okay, I'm going to hit A to do that arc tool. Okay, click here, go down, kind of just wing in that one too, and something like that. All right, and then L, go here. I'm going to end up right on this line on the origin. Okay, I could fix anything I mess up later. Okay, but overall, that's looking good. The only thing I can tell I don't like the look of is this arc is already like curving in, and I don't think it's supposed to do that. But that's a good start, if I say so myself. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next slide. Okay, so a couple things to try here. So I see this, the end point, like we said, is vertical. So if I drew a line down from the origin, it would hit the end of this line too. So I'm just gonna look up vertical, and here it is. So I'm gonna go click on my end of my line. I'm gonna click on that, and I think they're already like that, but if they weren't, it would nudge them over. Okay, let's see. The center points of the arcs are horizontal. I don't really get that, but I'm gonna try it. Okay, so I'm gonna look up horizontal now. Okay, and these, I guess, are like the center of this little arc thing. And click those and just make sure those are lined up. And now, they didn't say this one had to be lined up. That wouldn't work, I don't think, actually. Okay, is there anything else? There are a lot of symbols. So these, I think they mean tangent. I'm gonna just try that too, because I think I did screw up this arc here. So I'm gonna click on this and make that tangent to this. Okay, and you notice there was a little movement there. And this and this, I don't think that's gonna change. I think all these other ones are good, but I could click on that and the line, and it might, I don't think it changed, but it might have changed a little. All right, and I couldn't really explain to you exactly what that is, like in terms of math. You could ask your math teacher, we could look it up if you want. All right, I think it's looking really good. Be sure all the necessary sketch constraints are added. Okay, so if I want to see all those, I can click here, and it's kind of confusing, honestly. I think when you don't know exactly, this is very geometry. So someday you'll probably get what all this is, and it won't be intimidating, but I think now it's just kind of intimidating. So I'm going to turn those off, but it's looking good. Okay, so add the dimensions. All right, that is kind of new for some of you guys. So I'm going to hit D to do dimensions. Let's see. Okay, no, I don't know if that worked, so I'm just going to look it up. Okay, there it is, dimension. Okay, I'm on dimension. Okay, let's start with the first line. Click on it, go up. Okay, it's too small. I'm going to make it 75. Okay, so that stretches things out a little. All right, I'm going to go in a little. Okay, and then I'm going to go on the arcs. So click on the arc, drag, and it's close. I'm going to make it 20. Okay. All right. Okay, I've got this between the centers, Bing and Bing. They want it to be 25. That's going to be a little bit of a change. Okay. All right. And I just get really goofy on these. I like them to look like exactly like theirs if I can. That way I can just look and see quickly if I got all of them. Okay, so now I'm going to go from this line to this center. Now that's a little weird to me, but okay. All right, I'm going to make that 125. Just drag that over, video weirdo. Okay, and then I just have this one left, I guess. Huh, that's kind of weird to me that we didn't, okay, that I didn't have to do it for this little guy. But, you know, the way geometry works is maybe something about the way I have this set up, these are already going to be perfect. I don't know. I don't quite know why that would work. Now, for some reason, they don't tell you, like, click on the check mark, but that's basically what this means. The sketch should be fully defined. So I'm going to click the check mark. Okay, I'm going to go to the next slide. Okay, rename the sketch, path sketch. Okay, so I'm going to go back into my stuff, double click the little pencil. Okay, path sketch. I kind of like when people have you do this. It just makes things even more easy to follow the directions. Okay, and then select the check mark. Okay, begin a new sketch. Okay, on the right plane. Okay, so important. I got to move over. I'm on the right plane. Okay, and this is, for me, this definitely gets confusing at times. So we're looking at a really different angle. You know, you can still kind of move it around and get a sense of it. To me, oh, now they're on the right plane. Okay, so let me make sure I get the right plane. Okay, all right, but their view is pretty different than mine. So I always have trouble getting the exact view they have. I want to have it look exactly the same. If I can, but like I said, I have trouble doing it. Okay, so it's down more, I guess, in mine. Yeah, this is definitely something I struggle with. So don't feel bad for me. Okay, yeah. So I'm not doing too well there. That's pretty good, I guess. Okay, I guess that's it. And there's probably one button I could have clicked the whole time to get that to look like that. Okay, so here we are. All right, you know, got my sketch. It's on the right plane. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one. Okay, so here's the path sketch. Now, sketch a circle on the profile sketch and add 5mm diameter. Okay. Okay, so I don't like this because they're not showing. All right, I'm going to go right to the right. I think if I go to the right, It's gonna make it a little simpler. Okay, so here's the path sketch. Okay, all right, I'm just gonna try this. So I'm gonna hit C, and I'm gonna do a little 5mm circle. Okay, so let go, put 5 in there. Okay, I'm hoping on the next one it's gonna make this a little clearer. I think, like, I don't know why they didn't include the picture of everything, like the cube and whatnot. Okay, so I'm gonna make these points coincident. Okay, so that's another term that's a little confusing. I'm gonna hit escape to get out of the circle tool. Okay, and I'm gonna just give myself a little, make it so I can kind of figure this out a little better. Okay, so if I go here, oof, to me this is challenging, just visualizing some of this, but all right, so make these 2 points coincident. I'm just gonna look that up. Okay, coincident, and I'm just gonna click on both. So I got that point, right, the center there lit up. Okay, and I'm gonna do that again with this one. All right, so one more time, this one and this one. Okay, so it makes them join up. Okay, and that looks pretty good, I think. Basically, we're gonna sweep through that in a minute, I think. Okay, so let me have the best view of that, but something like that maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the next one, but don't feel bad if you're a little confused. Okay, the profile sketch must be fully defined. Just hit check mark. Rename the sketch profile sketch using the sketch dialog. Okay, I'm gonna cut a step out there and just call this profile. Okay, I'm gonna hit the check mark. All right, and okay, notice coincident constraint is blue. Okay, that's interesting. I don't notice that, but maybe if I zoom in, I don't know. Hopefully that's okay. Let's see. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, so we're gonna do the sweep final. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get my cube looking like theirs a little more. Okay, right. Let me try to get out of here and see if that helps. Okay, sorry, I don't know why that's selected, but okay, so didn't know I could move that. Maybe that's okay. Okay, so you're gonna click on sweep, okay, and you're just gonna copy what they've got here. So I'm gonna go to new, it's a solid sweep. Okay, so which things are we doing? That's why you want them named. So profile sketch, okay, faces of profile. There says profile sketch, so I don't love that. But then sweep path is the path sketch. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here, path sketch. Okay, now I've got two different things in the names here, so I'm not sure why that is, but I'm gonna try. Okay, create the sweep path feature. Okay, all right, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna click check. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now there are different ways to view these too, but that might be slightly affecting why mine. Yeah, it looks pretty good, honestly, but okay. So right click on the newly created part. Okay, so down here you have a thing called a part now. Rename, we're gonna call it paperclip. Weird, okay. All right, so I'm gonna go to the next one. Right click on paperclip. Okay, and assign material. All right, and we want aluminum. If you're from England, I think you say aluminium. Okay, so I could probably search in here, but try to find aluminum 1060. Now the reason we care about that is because we're gonna actually, and we can change the color of it too. Let's do that. So properties, I think no edit appearance. I don't know exactly what that color is, but you know, something like that. So it looks even more like theirs. I was saying before, there is a way. A lot of times they do these in isometric. It's like a different way of presenting things, the view of things. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna go to the next one. Okay, select the paperclip from the parts. Okay, use the mass options. I'm not going to show you guys that, but that's how you see what yours weighs and if you got it completely correct the way they did it. Okay, so hopefully this video will help you guys a little bit. Good luck on your weighing, and let me know if you have questions.